It's really happy for our kids to be able to come up with another fifth set win. I think that's 4 in a row. That's I think we're 4-1 in 5 setters. That's love the way that we played in that fifth. I thought we were really, really good when we needed to be really good. So we're excited for them, and looking forward to another crack at Illinois. We've had some amazing matches back and forth over the years. We had kind of a funny match here about a month ago, maybe exactly a month ago with them. I think the first 2 sets were blowouts for each team, and then the last 2 sets were nail biters, and then we'd get our first crack at Northwestern the following night.
Last week at Ohio State, it seemed like serving.
Was that last week?
Yeah.
That was
Seemed
Wednesday
like last
wasn't it?
year.
Okay, yeah.
The serving was a big thing in your favor, and keeping them out of system, keeping the ball out of their stars' hands.
Yeah.
And Saturday night, you weren't as successful on the service line.
No.
Do you attribute that to anything in particular?
The Ohio That's what's so much easier about Paul. He comes in here, he only has to talk about one match or one game, and it seems like that Ohio State match was a while back ago. We did a really good job of serving and keeping them out of system, which really limited Sandbothy's attempts, and that really helped us along the way. Purdue match, Purdue's come a long way since what they were earlier in the year. I mean, they weren't. I didn't think they were a very good passing team. I didn't think they were a very good backcourt defensive team. I didn't think they were a very good out of system team earlier in the year. And that may be their 3 strengths right now. I mean, it's credit to them. I think their coaches staff have done a really good job. It's not as easy of a deal getting them out of system as what it was earlier in the year. I'm not sure we are as aggressively serving as what we needed to be. But a part of that was their ability to handle our serves.
Coach, what do you think in your 5-match win streak? What has been bigger, the fact that you've been healthy or the fact that you found a lineup that you like?
We haven't been healthy at all. It's and I'm probably just wrapping my head around the idea that maybe we won't be healthy this year. It's but who is? It's just you deal with what you have and you try to keep moving forward. I think getting some familiarity with our lineup is big. But we've been a pretty good team for most of the season, and I think we've got some different options, and the flexibility has been able to be huge. So it's allowed us to just kind of roll with whatever is kind of presented in front of us, and But I do think having a little bit of familiarity with our lineup is certainly helping our kids.
Illinois is like several of the teams in the middle of the Big Ten that they've shown that they can give a hard time to the top teams, and then they also other times don't play as well. What's your observation of them and where they're evolving as a team right now?
It's the Big Ten. I think they've got 3 top 25 wins. I mean, that's, and I think they've got like 7 top 50 wins. They're a really, really good team. And like I said, I mean, we won in 4. They easily could have beaten us in 4. It's just they could be in just about, if they were in the Big 12, they'd either be second or third. They'd win almost every conference out there, but they're in the Big Ten, and they've had some tough luck in the fifth sets. If those 5 setters go the other way around, and all of a sudden they're maybe 4th in the league, 3rd or 4th in the league, and so it's. I think sometimes the Big Ten, when you look at a team's placing, Purdue's a perfect example. That's a team that earlier they beat Stanford and Kansas, who was in the Final Four last year, Washington State, who was leading the pack for a good portion of the year, and now you sit there and whatever place they're in the Big, and you sit there and you say, what's wrong with Purdue? Well, nothing's wrong with Purdue. I mean, it's a really, really good team. But it's but when you're in this conference, it can look like maybe that you're struggling or you're not improving or whatever, and it's just the league. I don't know. I forget what your question was, but what's that?
Their strengths and what their biggest.
Yeah, Illinois. Crendon has really turned into a beast over there on the right side. I think she is really, really good. Quaid, I think Quaid kind of struggled a little bit when we played him the first time. But she's having probably as big of an impact as a freshman as about anybody out there in the conference. Strezak's leading their team in kills. I think Poulter and at the setting position and Donnelly at the libero position, I think both of those two are probably in the top 2 or 3 at their position in the conference. They're just solid. The Bastianelli's leading the conference in blocks per set, and it's their other middle might be their go-to kid when they have 3 options. I think they've got a lot of really nice pieces. What are they? They've kind of lost a few matches in a row, and I think it's kind of they're in the middle of right now playing the top teams in the league, and but they're a team that's like so many teams that are capable of beating anybody on any given night.
Is there one specific area where you think, we better get better at this real quick?
Yeah, defending the slide, we've got to get a lot better at that. We got toasted on that the other night. Their senior middle, I'm drawing a blank on her name, Adelaja. It's she toasted us on that. We've got to get better at it, and we're not that. Our hands are in a better position where they were earlier in the year. We're just not finishing into the court, and so when they're hitting our hands, they're going out of bounds. We have to get better at that. I think we've got to get better at controlling the dig. I think balls that are on our platform are shanking a little bit more than what we'd like to be able to do. I think we're getting better offensively. I think our ball control was really, really good this week, not just against Purdue. I thought both matches. I think the work that Brittany Dildine is putting in with her passers are really paying off. But I'd say slowing down the slide is something we've got to spend some time getting better at.
Anything else for Coach?
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, Kelly.